Hey, it's late. Check it out. It's after midnight. I don't know if you can see the clock there. But for what we're making next, we need to start late. We're gonna smoke some pork. I have here a pork shoulder I purchased at Albertsons, and we're going to put some seasonings on it, Nothing too fancy. We just have some kosher salt. I like to put kosher salt on my pork because I enjoy irony. In any case, it tastes pretty good too. And white pepper. You have no idea how much hand washing I'm going to have to edit out of these videos. We're going to take it out and throw it on the smoker. We're just going to smoke all night long. So, got my Traeger. Maybe you have a smoker, maybe you don't. But in any case, this is how we're going to do this. Good morning, eaters. It's another beautiful day in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make pork chili verde. So I have a good friend named Marla who I grew up with, who when she found out I was interested in this, she sent me her tia's recipe. She had to get special permission to do this, and the recipe is awesome. It's very involved and incredible. I am not authorized to share that recipe with you, but at the end of the day, if you're looking to get dinner on the table in a timely manner, I have a nice shortcut that is really good and you're going to like a lot. So today I'm going to show you how to make quick pork chili verde. You can serve it however you like. You can put it on a burrito. I like to eat it over rice with some Fritos and some cheese and maybe a little Cholula or homemade salsa for good measure. I think we'll do Cholula today because we're focusing on the importance of time. So what we're going to go ahead and do first here is we're going to prepare our crock pot. So we're just going to use a regular crock pot. I think we all have them. We're going to combine some ingredients here. So first ingredient is this bottle of flame roasted green chili sauce. I bought this at Costco. It was $7 or $8. Wasn't too bad. So what we're going to do is we're first going to go ahead and dump this into the crock pot. And then we're going to add some chicken stock. Now you can buy the pre-made chicken stock. I think most restaurants use something like this. This is just bouillon, chicken flavored bouillon, soup base. So I'm going to do about a quart of it. I'm going to blend it up a little bit. I don't want it to be super chunky. My family's not going to want it super chunky. And part of the reason why I'm using so much soup stock is my wife does not like it to be too spicy. All right, that should be good. All right, now we're going to go fetch our pork shoulder, which has been smoking all night. So I put this on just before 1 in the morning. So it's been smoking all night. Alright, that looks pretty. So you always want to smoke fat side up. See that? Look at that, look at those colors. Anyway, it's a nice looking pork shoulder there. And we're going to just drop this right into our crock pot. We're going to run it on high for probably about 2 or 3 hours, and then we might drop it down to low. We might run it on high the whole time. Depends on what time we want to eat. But in any case, you see that was some pretty easy steps here. We dumped a bottle of green chili sauce into the crock pot. We put a quart of bouillon, which is essentially 4 teaspoons of this bouillon mix mixed with a quart of water. We mix that together and put it in there. We mixed it all together with the emulsion blender. And now we are going to lid it up and let it go. And like I said, this is going to cook for at least 4 hours. Let's not forget about footwear. It's first thing in the morning. So I am wearing a pair of Columbia slippers. Being from the Pacific Northwest, Columbia is king up there. And I do love my slippers. It's probably the footwear I wear the most. The inspiration for this is the coffee cup out in Boulder City, Nevada. That's my restaurant recommendation for the week. It was on one of the very first episodes of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. They make some breakfast variations of this that are incredible. And I went out there for breakfast with my wife one day, and I loved it. The angels sang, the whole thing. So I thought, I've got to be able to make this at home and make it quick at home. So I kind of concocted this little quickie recipe. One thing I did want to add is that I know that you all don't own smokers, and I understand that. If you don't have a smoker, and we will be doing smoking, so just so you know, let me give you an alternative here. You can get that pork shoulder, you can brown it off in a skillet or on your barbecue or on a flat top or whatever, and by brown it off, I mean just cook it on each side until each side has a nice brown coloring to it, add the seasoning, and then you put it in the crock pot. Now, if you do it this way, you're going to need to crock pot it for probably 5-6 hours, maybe longer, because it's going to be doing the majority of its cooking in there. Whereas here, it did it out on the grill, and this is the time in the crock pot is to just kind of finish it off, and we want to shred it up and have it fall apart. But in any case, there are multiple ways to do this, and I don't want you to look at this and go, oh, I don't have a smoker, so I can't do this. You don't need one. It will taste great. It'll taste a little different, but it will still taste great, and you'll still get the same effect, and you'll still really enjoy your meal. So bear that all in mind, and I'll demonstrate this at different points, because there are, if you're making a pot roast, it's the same deal. I don't smoke a pot roast. I sear it, and I put it in the crock pot with the veggies and, whatever other seasonings that I'm going to add. And all about the prep time here, because you can go do things while things cook. The prep time is what's important, and the prep time on this is very minimal. You just have to plan ahead and kind of schedule out your day to get this stuff done. But the amount of prep time that you're going to spend on this is probably less than 15 minutes. This has actually been cooking in the crock pot now for about 5 hours. I decided to keep it on high because I wanted to eat earlier. If you want to do this before you head off to work or whatever and put it on low and have it all ready for you after about 8 hours, you probably want to go with a lower temp on the crock pot, but we wanted to eat midday today. So let's have a look and see how it's doing here. All right, so there's our roast. We go ahead and turn off the crock pot. It's pretty good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shred it up, and for that we use these. These are bear claws. If you smoke a lot of meat, you probably want to have some of these on hand to use, but I'm going to go ahead and take these and shred this up. Look at that. I just pulled it right apart, and that just looks perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Here's our pork Chili Verde. It's looking pretty nice. I've got the pork all shredded now, ready to go. Perfect here. A little bit of rice. And corn chips. However many you like the texture, like the flavor. And again, you can eat this stuff on a burrito. Put this over the top of it. Just a little bit here. And if you want a little more hot sauce, I mean salsa, whatever, I like Cholula a lot. Cholula's pretty good. But in any case, there you go. There it is. Oh, and I almost forgot, as they say, don't forget the cheese. There you go, finished product. Let that melt for a couple of minutes. It's gonna be delicious, I promise. Happy eating, everyone. That's it for this episode of the Obesity Sherpa Presents. Again, apologies to Jimmy Kimmel. We'll learn how to make his squirrel pie someday, but I wouldn't hold my breath. In any case, please follow us on social media. If you like this, you're watching it on YouTube, hit the follow button, hit the bell button so that you get a notification and get reminders and all that stuff. And please, by all means, like it. And you can follow us on most all platforms as Obesity Sherpa.